If you've got barking dogs that are keeping you up all night, if you aren't really sure about if you can do an addition to your home, if you've got any questions, of course, we bring you some answers, and we've got some resources for you. I've brought back in Kurt Franke from the law offices of Kurt A. Franke. We talk about all the time here on the show different aspects of owning a home. Everything from the out on the street, if there's street improvements going on, you're going to get a notice. We've talked about that.
Right.
And as well as if you are adding anything to your home, there's always rules you have to follow with all of this, isn't there?
As well as raising chickens, I believe we've talked about before.
We have. So really, we have those, I guess you have to follow these rules, and just simply for semblance of order.
Right.
And they're all written down and they're all found on the web now. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, if it's a state law, it's usually called a statute, and a city law or county law would normally be called an ordinance. Now, they'll be found and compiled in a code book. But to get through a code book, you need half of a law degree. So what you want to do, I think, is a real good site for some simple answers to questions that at least can be a starting point is the City of Reno's website, and that's www.reno.gov.
It's real simple. You can go through and kind of find your way through those city ordinances.
That's right. What I would do is go to the frequently asked questions, and of course that's FAQ.
Right.
And what they will do, that's broken into segments. So if you want to file a police report, if you have a complaint about a barking dog, if you have a complaint about a noisy neighbor, as we always say, I would talk to that neighbor first, but if you have to go to the next step, then you might want to get some easy answers there. And if you have to go to the further step, I'll give you my number at the end of the show.
Of course. Now, I have to ask you, what are the frequently asked questions that you come across? What comes across your desk that people come to you with when it comes to owning their home?
You know, a lot of those I try to answer on the show, and a lot of those are if a neighbor puts a fence on my side of what I believe my property line to be.
Oh, yeah.
Often I'll get questions regarding your rights if there is that barking dog or nuisance neighbor, and what your rights are in that regard. Also questions regarding if I want to put an extension or an addition on my house, what do I have to comply with? And if one of the mechanics has put a mechanic lien on my house, what does that mean?
Really? So we have a lot of different opportunities to really bring you down a dark path.
That's right.
There are a lot of steps that you might have to stumble across or to get those answers, but really you can sit down with Kurt or you can go to the Reno website and kind of get these questions answered.
Well, you can get a good start, I think, there. And so that's probably a good starting point. If it doesn't answer all your questions or if the problems remain, then I think you might want to call me.
Very good. You can get a hold of Kurt real easy. How they do that, Kurt?
You can call my office at 827-6100 and speak with my assistant, Linda. She'd be happy to answer any questions. Or you can go to my website. That's LOCAF, LOKAF.com.
And Linda is super easy to work with. I chatted with her last week. It's that simple. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now